You're not just buying 4 walls and a roof, you're conjuring the next chapter of your life. Whether you realize it or not, buying a home is one of the most magical and energetically potent things you'll ever do. Because what starts as a dream, a feeling, a vision on a Pinterest board becomes real. It gets shaped by emotions, timing, paperwork, fears, faith, and 1,000 tiny decisions that all carry energy. And if you're walking into that process blindly without understanding the terrain, you're at the mercy of the system. But witches don't like leaving things to chance. If you're new here, hi, I'm Chris Rainwaters, realtor, ritualist, and Vista, California's self-proclaimed village witch. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to buy a home in 2026 like a witch. And I'm not talking about a burn some herbs and say these words and call it a day kind of way, but in a see the entire process mapped to time, intention, and energetic alignment kind of way. You'll walk away from this knowing where most people lose their power, what to expect emotionally at every stage, and how to align your inner state with real world action so your dream home actually becomes your real home. If you've ever felt called to weave your magic into something real, then this is the video that you've been waiting for, because this is what real magic looks like. Before we dive into the step-by-step process, I want to show you the map. Now, it's not the kind of map that your typical real estate agent is going to hand you. This is the energetic map that reveals the hidden pattern inside every real estate transaction. And it's based on a structure that you've probably never seen used this way, and my favorite magical tool, the Enneagram. Not the personality quiz version, the original and possible, although widely debated, ancient energetic spiral. The one that maps transformation in 9 steps, 3 sets of 3, active, passive, and neutral. It's a system that's been used in mysticism, sacred geometry, and even business models. It's a portal, a mirror, a pattern, and it's how magic becomes matter. I've been using it in my own ritual practice for years, and I've made several videos that involve the Enneagram, its origins and manipulations, deeper meanings, and structure. I guess I should probably make an Enneagram playlist at this point, but if you want to learn more, my page has plenty on it, and all my masterclasses walk you deeper through it. Anyway, once I started applying it to real estate deals, things got clearer, smoother, more aligned. Because suddenly, I wasn't just reacting to chaos. I could easily predict the stress points. I knew exactly when fear or anxiety would show up, when to push, when to pause, when to just give up. This is the energetic anatomy of the home buying journey. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So when using the Enneagram as a practitioner of magic, we don't follow the numbers in order. So that's where a lot of people get confused. So the actual sequence of intentional transformation is 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, and then back to 1. It's called the Law of 7, and it maps how real processes actually unfold, not how we think that they should. Points 3, 6, and 9 are shock points, which are thresholds that you pass through without stopping. They're the energetic forces that push you from one stage to the next. Today, we're going to walk the full sequence from point 1 all the way to point 9, which is integration, the natural completion before the cycle begins again. And don't worry if this feels complex right now, just follow the journey, and by the end, you'll feel the pattern in your body. Again, I have several videos that talk about the Enneagram, including 4 masterclasses that are in the playlist link below if you want to learn more about this powerful magical tool. Moving on, each stage has its own energy, lesson, and common trap, and I'll show you how to navigate each one like a witch. Eyes wide open, tools in hand, and fully resourced. Because that's what real magic is, knowing what's coming and meeting it with power. Ready to begin? Let's start at the top of the spiral. Point 1, intention. Every real estate transaction begins the same way. A thought that strikes like lightning, a feeling that won't let go, a flicker of desire or a full body, it's time. This is point 1 in the spiral, the moment of intention. But Here's the thing. Most people don't actually set a clear intention. They chase interest rates, or they scroll Zillow out of boredom, or they say, we're thinking about maybe buying next year, but don't get specific. And Magick doesn't work like that. You don't cast a spell by kind of sort of lighting a candle and vaguely hoping for the best. You focus, you choose, you commit. And that's what this point is about. It's the decision to begin, the line in the sand, or the spell in motion. Whether you're soloed, partnered, or navigating family needs, your first job is to get crystal clear. Why do you want to buy a home? What do you want it to feel like? Where are you willing to stretch, and where are you firm? Is this about freedom, stability, community, belonging, wealth building? This is the stage where I see the first real world sabotage show up. So people just rush past this point, or they say like, well, I just want something cute and affordable, but it's not really an intention. That's a wish, and witches don't wish. We work. So before we go any further, here's your first real assignment. Write your intention like it's a spell. I am calling in a home that meets my needs, supports my growth, and aligns with my financial reality. Or I am ready to take aligned action, receive guidance, and stay open to unexpected blessings. Or I trust that I will know the right home when I see it, and I will be ready. Because once we've anchored our intention, everything else begins to move. Now, like I said in the beginning, we're not going to point to just yet, because in Magick, and in real estate, you never go from desire to power without first facing your limitations. And that's point 4. In fact, the moment that you set your intention, everything in you and around you that says you can't will rise to the surface. The market's too expensive. You don't make enough money. What if you buy the wrong house? Your credit isn't good. You're not ready. You don't deserve that kind of life. This isn't a glitch in the manifestation process. It is the process. This is why magical practitioners don't just visualize the end result. We fortify our spell. We face the resistance. We identify the leaks. Because a desire with no structural integrity, that's just another New Year's resolution. In real estate, these limitations look like your budget, your credit, your timeline, your down payment situation, your family needs, your employment structure. If you're here in California, we've got programs like Dream for All returning in 2026, which is offering up to $150,000 in shared appreciation assistance. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the fine print. You'll need to take a homeownership course, you'll need a strategy, and you'll need time. And if you want that money this year, then guess what? The real magic starts right now, not in May, not in June, not next holiday season, but now. Book a consult with me and we'll get your timeline dialed in, because 2026 will come and go either way. And this kind of alignment doesn't wait around for people who aren't prepared. And maybe you're not relying on financing. Maybe you're a cash buyer waiting for the perfect home to appear. That's still point 4, because time is a limitation too. We all have limits. And that doesn't make us weak, it just makes us real. And real homes are built on real conditions. So we don't bypass this point, we walk through it with eyes wide open. And once we face our limitations, we finally step into the real work. Now that you know what you're working with, let's talk about what you need to gather. This is point 2, tools. So in spell work, this is when you choose your candles, your herbs, your incantations, your timeline. In real estate, it's your agent, your lender, your pre-approval letter, also your timeline, your strategy. It's also your own nervous system regulation, because the most overlooked tool in the entire process is you, your clarity, your nervous system, your ability to stay aligned when things get overwhelming, and they very well make it overwhelming. Real estate can be wild. If you skip point 4 and rush to gather tools without context, you're going to waste time, energy, and emotional bandwidth. You'll get pre-approved for a loan that doesn't actually work for you. You'll hire a friend of a friend agent who's a bad fit. You'll tour homes way out of budget or totally misaligned. You'll burn out from decision fatigue before you even make an offer. This is all the equivalent of spiritual bypassing, but in real estate. And it's why most people loop between point 1, the desire of wanting a house, and point 2, the hustle and gathering the things without ever crossing the threshold into actual embodiment. But we're witches, we don't skip steps, we work the spiral. So now you've faced your fears, you've named your edges, and you've gathered your tools, which means that it's time to enter the spell itself. I bet you thought we were gonna go house shopping next because we've set your attention, we faced your limitations, you've gathered your tools, you're pre-approved, you're aligned, so shouldn't we go look at houses? Nope, not yet, because witches don't just act, we see. We consider the past, the present, and the future. And before we cast the spell, we peer into what happens after it works. What will your life actually look like once you're living in the home that you're about to buy? Because I promise you, that's where the real magic begins. This is point 8, retention, and it's where 90% of people skip steps and end up feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or broke after the purchase. Ask yourself, how will you maintain this home? Physically, financially, and energetically? What's your monthly budget for future repairs, upgrades, or surprises? Are you buying at the top of your approval amount, or are you leaving room for a remodel? What happens if your job shifts, or your family expands, or your income changes? Are you setting this home up to be a long-term fit or a stepping stone? How do you plan on taking title, and what does that mean if something big happens in the future, like death or divorce? And what type of lifestyle is this home going to support? And I mean that beyond the property line. What kind of community do you see yourself thriving in? Because homeownership isn't the finish line, it's only the initiation. And just like in ritual work, what you call in must be stewarded. The spell isn't finished when you close escrow. The magic continues every time that you pay that mortgage, mow that lawn, or even light a candle in your kitchen. So here's a little witch's pro tip. Before you buy a home, look at what happens in year 2 of your timeline, not just month 1 or month 2. Do you plan to refinance, rent it out someday, build ADUs or convert the garage, leave space for homesteading, or host rituals, retreats, or creative gatherings? Then your purchase strategy has to reflect that. And if you don't know the answer yet, that's okay. Schedule a consult with me and we'll peer together, because buying like a witch means walking in alignment with your future self. So before you even look at a single home, ask yourself, can I keep it? Can I love it? And can I grow with it? Because anything we're not willing to tend, we're gonna lose. And we're not here to lose. We're here to root, to claim, to become. So now that we've walked through our fears, gathered and activated our tools, and envisioned the kind of future that we want to live in, we're standing at the doorway, finally. So this is the threshold moment. You've done the paperwork, maybe you've completed a home buyer course, maybe you've submitted your application for California's Dream for All or another down payment assistance program, because there's a lot, and you're just waiting for your number to get called. Or maybe you've confirmed that you qualify for a conventional loan or another financing route, and you're simply watching the market. You're not chasing, you're not scrambling, you are anchored, aligned, and aware. This is that weird in between where nothing is happening and yet everything is. Energetically, this is your point of no return. You've already become a homeowner in your mind and spirit, and you're just waiting for the outside world to catch up. And if the right house shows up, boom, point 7, go time. But if it doesn't, you wait. You don't settle. You don't backslide into fear. You hold your posture. That's the magic. This is it. You are ready. All the energy that you've been gathering, the internal alignment, the clarity, the prep work, it finally moves into motion. This is when the house shows up. Maybe it's a surprise. Maybe it's exactly what you envisioned. Either way, it's real and you're ready for it. At this stage, the process can move fast, especially in today's 2026 market where well-priced homes in desirable places still sell quickly. Having your ducks in a row makes all the difference. A witch doesn't hesitate when the path opens. Because you've done your inner and outer work, your offer can go in smoothly. Your pre-approval is in hand. You understand your numbers. You're clear on what you won't compromise on and what you're willing to flow with. You're not trying to manifest the house anymore. You're magnetizing it. At this point, you're no longer watching from the sidelines, hoping something magical happens. You are the magic. But here's where the real power lies. You're ready even when things don't go as planned, because sometimes they don't. Maybe the inspection revealed something major. Maybe the seller drags their feet or the tenant won't leave. Maybe the title is tangled in legal weirdness. Maybe you lose out to another buyer, or maybe you just get a bad feeling at the last minute and have to walk away. That's all part of the path. Real estate can get wild, especially in California, but a true witch doesn't fear chaos. She prepares for it. With a trusted guide by your side, you'll make the right call when it matters most. Just because it's serious business doesn't mean it has to be somber and scary, though. It's okay to feel things. It's okay to be excited or to grieve a house that you didn't get. And it's okay to stay grounded, laugh, cry, or even rage a little. The key is you don't spiral. You stay centered. This isn't all rainbows and sparkles manifestation. This is real world magic. And the home that is meant for you, it's still coming. And when it arrives, you'll know. All right, so you've bought the house. Escrow has officially closed and the keys are in your hand. The reality shift is complete. You did it. But magic doesn't end with the manifestation. It begins anew with integration. This is another part that a lot of people skip. They celebrate the closing, post the photo with the keys, and then get thrown into the deep end. But a witch knows the energy that you bring into your new space sets the tone for everything that follows. So we integrate. You bless the space before you move in. You unpack not just your belongings, but your intention. You get real about the new responsibilities and routines that you're taking on. You shift your nervous system into stability and stewardship. Whether it's your first home or your fifth, owning a property is an energetic commitment. It's not just about what you've bought, it's about what you're building, because now you're the anchor, the portal, the guardian of the space. And in the stillness after the move, you'll feel it. The next cycle that's already beginning. There's always more to tend to. There are upgrades to plan for, needs that will shift, new visions that will rise. So you return to point one, but this time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from power. Your home is no longer an idea. It's your container, your castle, your cauldron. And like any magical working, it lives. If you're still here, I'm guessing something resonated. Maybe you feel the stirrings of your next move, or maybe you're starting to see your dream home not just as a wish, but a working. For more about the spirits in your home and how to care for them, click the video right here. If you want a free buyer, seller, or first-time home buyer guide that I keep updated seasonally, they're in the description below. And if you're ready to buy a home like a witch, with a witch, schedule your free real estate consultation with me and let's begin the work. If you're feeling the pull to make a move, whether it's your first home, your forever home, or your home away from home, you can book a private strategy call with me through the link in the description. We'll talk about what alignment looks like for you and find the place that not only suits your unique lifestyle, but that truly feels like home. You don't have to do it alone. Let's conjure something real together. I'll see you on the inside.